Well, welcome to the weekend review for week 3, module 3. Okay, so we've got week 2 done. You did very, very well in that. The thing about module 2, week 2, was the learning activity, and I'm shooting this Sunday night. And as of Sunday night, most of you have completed the learning activity. I know it's human nature to wait until the last minute, but most of you have completed the learning activity, and I think we've had no major technical issues with that, which is great because this is something actually kind of new that we're doing here at the college. I'm the first one trying a kind of a workbook input activity, and we did something very, again, very, very simple this time around. So good job for everybody following directions. Basically, as you can tell, this activity was written within the quiz program, and it's basically a quiz that's open for 7 days. And as long as you don't hit submit, you can return back to this quiz or learning activity anytime to keep working on it. So very interesting, and other folks at the college are looking and asking me how this is going to work out, and I think it's great so far that you guys have been able to navigate it. So hopefully it's worked out for you. Plus, I think I have it set so you got an immediate response on there. You can go back in and look at your answers as soon as you have hit submit. So I'm not waiting you. You don't have to wait the week to actually see the answers on the learning activities. So good job on week 2. Also, both week 2 and week 1, very good job on your question, or I should say on week 2, very good job with the question of the week. Doing very well with that. I don't know if it's the word count requirement or what's happening there, but I'm really getting some very substantive answers. So very good job there. Very, very well done. Looking at my notes here, as far as kind of the rest of the on learning activities, we will have our normal learning activity for this week, and for next week as well will be kind of more of a normal learning activity. The final half of the course, though, we will be focusing on that Image Gently project. Again, easy to do, and I want to, maybe the project is a little bit too much large of a word, but we're going to introduce you to Image Gently concepts with, especially with pediatric dose. So that'll happen in weeks 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the end of the course. So very good. But this week, again, more of normal fare, except for the big thing, which is the unit paper. The unit paper is due. Hopefully you've been giving yourself some time and at least working on it. My thought was if you produce about 3/4 of a page of content a week, you'll have no problems and you won't be under any stress. Even if you started early in the week for the 3rd week, you should be able to do it fine. But again, it's only a 3-page paper. I had some questions about does it need to be 3 full pages? No, it doesn't need to be 3 full pages, but you need to be at least on that 3rd page when you wind it up. So make sure that you have at least three pages of text. With that 3rd page, can be a half a page or whatnot. The most important thing is make sure you're following the APA format guidelines, which you can find at the very beginning of the program. You had access to our kind of quick and dirty APA guidelines that we gave out. I'll also put that in the course news again as well, so you can download that. This is very, very, very basic. Please do not use this resource as the end-all, be-all. I would say the best resource you could use without paying to buy the actual APA guide is the OWL website. Again, this should not be new information to you. I think I've hammered that home as far as the OWL website. I think it's a great website. A lot of us in higher education send our students in that direction. Very, very well maintained, and I think it's very user-friendly as far as exploring the topics of APA. APA dictates certain things, and one of those is, your margins can't be 4 inches and your font can't be 14 point. So, again, follow the guidelines for that, and you should be just fine. In-text citations, again, I think I talked about this earlier. Make sure, again, if you are quoting any source of information, or you're not even quoting, if you're referencing a source of information that is not considered common knowledge, you have to put a citation in there where you got this from. So, and it's perfectly fine to have I mean, quite frankly, you should have citations all over the place. And again, that's perfectly expected. So make sure you please are following those guidelines for in-text citations. I know last time around when I was doing your final papers, for those of you that had me in sectional anatomy, I let that go, no point reductions. But I did notice kind of a running theme with a few students that there's none whatsoever. So make sure you have that to avoid any point deductions. And speaking of points, what I do historically with this class, and I think it's probably the fourth or fifth time that I've taught this class, is we do allow, I have allowed the forgiveness of a quiz. So what we're going to do is I'm going to drop automatically your lowest quiz grade. So, and I know for some of you that I can tell, you're stellar students, A students, you may not have gotten the quiz grades that you like with this particular first unit. I will say that this first unit is very technically dense with the drug names and methods of action, and all this stuff is very, very technically dense information. So we will be dropping one of those quiz grades. It could be one that you had this week, or if you wish, you could even take off a week and not do a quiz. Totally up to you. I will simply go through your grade book and look at the lowest one and drop it. So hopefully that helps as well. And I will say that, again, this is the first three units, or first three modules, which is Unit 1. Pharmacology is the hardest of the 3 units that you'll be doing. So I think you'll get some easier times to come. And let's see, again for this week, for week 3, pretty much the normal activities. So other than that unit paper, if you have any questions about the unit paper, please feel free to contact me. You know how to do that. I will be off campus. For those of you that have actually called me on the phone, I will be off campus and won't have access to my office phone because I won't be here. But please use the virtual office and the email, because I'll be course checking that at least every 24 hours. On the weekends, you might have a little bit longer response time, up to 48 hours is kind of my caveat, is anywhere from 24 to 48 hour response time. Monday through Friday, you should pretty much expect a 24-hour response time, if not quicker. I know a lot of us have been chatting pretty much almost in a synchronous environment. As I get emails, you get a response within about 15 minutes. But the on weekends, a little bit longer, just because of logistics. I'm not at my computer as much. So other than that, that pretty much covers it for week 3, module 3. And as always, thank you for watching.